Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm sharing an LA haul. These are all of the cute bits that I picked up while I was in LA. And it's actually going to turn into a bit of a collective haul because there are some Zara bits that I picked up as well. And instead of doing a separate video, I figured it would just be fun to smush them all together. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your favorite item from this haul. All of your support really means a lot to me. I really hope you guys all watched my California vlog. That was my previous video, and I will also link it up above so you can check it out if you haven't already. I did my best to try and share the most of like what I was seeing, what I was doing, where I was going, so you can get a sense of what it's like in some of those different spots in LA. I also then went to San Diego for work, so that was a little bit of a different trip. I did a little bit of shopping while I was in LA. So let me start there. You're going to recognize most of the stores that I talk about because I reference them in my vlog. I'm going to start off with this slip dress that I picked up from the brand called Cuyana. I have only seen this brand online, and I didn't realize they had physical stores, to be honest. Apparently there's one in Soho or Chelsea or something like that in New York City, and then the other one is in Abbot Kinney, Santa Monica. I had seen this actual slip dress, like this style, not this color, but this style online, either through an Instagram ad or on their website or something. I've definitely seen it before, and I definitely considered getting it, but I just didn't know like what it would look like on me and whether it would suit me. I was actually going to Blue Star Donut, which is right next to the Cuyana store on Abbot Kinney, and I saw they had a physical store, so I figured I'd just stop by. And I, first of all, fell in love with this mauve color, and then I did try it on, and it looked very flattering on, which is why I was convinced to get it. The back also has like this really nice band right here, which means you are able to still wear a bra without your strap really looking ugly, you know what I mean? Like it has a nice cover for that. And I like this extra kind of panel detail that goes on in the back. So I feel like even the back is really pretty for this piece, as much as the front is really cute as well. Even though it's a longer length, and even though it's a pretty like boxy cut, it's not super like hugging in any way. I felt like it was still very cute and sexy kind of at the same time. For me, it was a really good thing that they had a physical store that I could try on this style, because otherwise I don't know if I would have ever purchased it. The next couple of items are from Wasteland, and I tried to do my best of like filming the kinds of things that you could find at Wasteland. Because Wasteland is a secondhand consignment store, the inventory is constantly changing. So of course, just because I was able to show you like a Chanel jacket, for example, doesn't mean it'll still be there if you go. But the inventory does change a lot, and I always like going to Wasteland just to see what kinds of pieces, like goodies, I can find. It does require a bit of, you know, hunting, if you will. You have to sort of sort through all of the racks, but I feel like it's always a fun experience, and I like being able to just like find these little gems. Some things are priced like really well. Some things I feel like can be, you know, priced a little bit better. And then some things I feel like are definitely riding a wave in terms of their pricing. It's like anywhere else, not like you know, everything you find is going to be like a huge steal all the time. So I tried on a bunch of things while I was there, and some things fit, some things didn't, but I walked away with 2 items from Wasteland that I'm super excited about. This whole trip to LA, I was really obsessed with trying to find a cute cover-up. Now, not something that's specifically designed to be like a beachwear cover-up, but something that like just like a plain white button down, or something that I could use as a cover-up. I was having a really hard time finding something, whether it was at the flea market, whether it was at Wasteland, whether it was at just plain like retail shops. I was actually having a hard time finding something that I liked. But I came across this really cute piece. And as you can see, it has like this kind of sunset gradation. It's yellow, fades into a white, and then it ends with a pink at the bottom. It does have covered buttons, which I thought was really cute. And this is actually a size small. It's from the brand LPA. I've never heard of this brand before. They do sell this brand a lot on like Revolve. Makes sense, it's LA. And I really liked this piece. It was on sale and it was only like $30. So I was like, why not? I also just liked how it draped over the body. There's something about this kind of like flowy polyester fabric that just drapes so nicely that you don't get from like a stiffer, you know, cotton or linen material. This is the other piece that I picked up from Wasteland. This is by Gallery Department. They are the clothing brand that did the Lanvin collaboration, and I have the hoodies from Lanvin as well. And I found this in the men's section. I just felt like I would find something cute in the men's section. Also, the other thing to note about Wasteland is they have gorgeous things. They have a lot of things, but the women's section, oftentimes the sizing can be quite small. So that's why I targeted the men's section instead of spending too much time in the women's section. And they are organized more by type. So outerwear, blouses, tops, dresses, you know, they're organized by type and generally by color, not so much by size. That's why you sort of have to, you know, shuffle through all of the hangers within a rack because the sizing is going to be all over the place. I wanted to get something for my boyfriend as well because he could not come out to LA and he was feeling really jealous. So I wanted to get him something, and when I saw this, I thought this would be a really good option. Also, this brand is no longer, like they're not making any more clothing items anymore. So actually this piece was not necessarily at a steal, but I really liked this color. It's like a gray, charcoaly brownish color. I think this yellow helps make it look a little bit more brown. And the back already has like that distressed look. You know how, I mean, they're known for looking like you've worn something for 10 years, even though you bought it yesterday. But overall, even when I tried it on in the fitting room, because I was looking at some other options for my boyfriend, I just really liked how this t-shirt fit on me. Because it also means I can wear it too. So this is the other piece that I picked up from Wasteland. One of the homeware pieces I picked up is from that Scandinavian modern homeware store. I think it's called Huset. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. I walked out with these super cute hand dip dye twisted candles. And I liked the funky colors in here. I like this middle candle the most. I got this specifically because I have a little candle holder, which looks like this. And my dear friend gave this to me as like a little housewarming gift last year. Super cute. And like, you know, this candle works, but I just wanted something cuter. And I know there are like a lot of places that sell candles online and everywhere, but I like getting these kinds of things to remind me of my trips, even though, you know, it's just candles. It's not like the most groundbreaking piece of homeware. It was time that this little cat candle holder got an upgrade. Super cute. And I figured seasonally we can also like change out the color. I don't know if I'll ever really burn the candle, to be honest. I love the look of these kinds of tall candles, but I don't like the mess of the like melted wax. So a lot of times I use this more for decor. Already looking so much cuter. For any of the items that I can find online, I will link them in the description box down below in case you're curious and want to check them out. I do have one more item that I purchased while I was in LA. I don't actually have it physically with me because they are sending me a new size. This is the first time I encountered this brand called Ruti. I think it's Ruti. R-U-T-I. The boutique was on Abbot Kinney. Really nice inside. My friend and I joked that of a lot of the stores on Abbot Kinney, this particular boutique looked like it was New York City brought over to LA. The colors were a lot darker. There was a lot of black, white, gray, charcoal, and some bits of brown. And so we were laughing that it seemed really like New York City color profile, which definitely resonated a lot with me. And still my friend, she wears a lot of black still, even though she lives in LA. So that's what really drew us into the store. And I immediately fell in love with these pants that are called the cargo skirt pant. Now they are sort of wide leg, they're sort of like palazzo pants, but they do have that cargo pocket on the side. They are cropped, so they're not full length, and they also have this extra kind of panel in the front that makes them look a little bit more like a skirt versus just palazzo pants. They're super, super comfy, and I ended up getting them in this charcoal color. They have them in charcoal and black. There's something super rich about this gray charcoal color that I felt like made the pants look so much cooler than just a regular black pair. So that's why I opted for the charcoal. They had to ship the pants to me in my size because they didn't have the right size, and so that's why I cannot physically show you. But rest assured, if you follow me on Instagram, I am sure you will see me wearing those super, super soon because I'm already really excited about them and I can't wait to wear them. So now I will move on to some of the bits that I picked up from Zara, only because there are only 3 items and it's not really worth its own haul, but there are a couple of pieces that I really, really like that you guys might also be interested in too. You know how Zara is. They release something new every week and then it's already sold out in like 2 weeks. So I feel like time is of the essence. It had been a really long time since I had visited a Zara store like in person to see things in person, try them on before I bought anything. So it was fun, I would say. It was a little bit refreshing. I already explained my quest to find a white button-up to wear as like a beach cover-up. That's actually what initially brought me into the Zara store. And I found this cropped version. It's also from their linen collection. And I loved it. Instantly, I fell in love. They also had a few other styles of white shirts from the linen collection and from their like regular, you know, cotton line. There are a few things that stood out about this specific one, which is why I wanted to bring this one home. First of all, it's cropped. It's not a long blouse. I feel like there are times where I want a long blouse, but I think also because I just got that LPA, the yellow, white, pink gradation, kind of longer polyester shirt looking thing, I think I felt like I didn't have to get another long style. And the other problem with longer styles, at least because I tend to wear high-waisted bottoms, is there's always like so much excess fabric that I have to stuff into my pants. The fact that these were cropped still meant that when I wear my high-waisted items, like there's still a good amount to tuck in, but it's not like, you know, a whole bunch of bunching fabric around me because of how long it is. The other thing that I liked was the cuff. I just liked that it had this bigger cuff. I feel like it makes it a lot more casual and laid back, not so much workwear looking or like business wear looking, and much more of like a casual piece. I also like the texture that it has from the linen that's part of the fabric. It gives it that nice kind of, I call it a striped look, but it just gives it a nice texture. I think, you know, it's almost summertime when you see a whole bunch of white shirts at Zara, honestly. But I just could not step away from this white eyelet blouse. As you can see, it has a little pom-pom detail at the bottom, which is super, super fun. It has eyelet detail throughout the main body. It has balloon sleeves, and it has a little bit of a metallic thread running through as like a stripe on the sleeves. So honestly, it sort of feels like there's a lot going on, but I tried this on and I actually really liked it. I felt like I could wear this as another swim cover up as like a little more like fun style, but I also felt like this would look really cute with just like a pair of jeans, like a cute top to wear during the summertime. I also see myself wearing this like every summer going forward. Like, it's not super trendy. It's not a piece that I feel like will really date itself. And those are the kinds of pieces that I like to get from Zara because I still want my clothes to last. I still want to be able to wear them for time and time again. So those were all the reasons why I thought this was a really cute piece to pick up. But I do have to say, I'm not a huge fan of this kind of collar. It's just a round neck. There is no actual collar to it. I prefer pieces that either naturally fold out or have some sort of collar detail. So I think I'm actually going to try and press this down. There is a button up top here that I'll probably ignore, and I'll just try to like fold it out like this and press it down, only because I much prefer it being a little bit more open here than it being fully rounded. Last but not least, I picked up a pair of denim shorts from Zara as well. I was doing my latest styling old pieces from my closet video, and I realized my denim shorts aren't that great for me anymore. Like, I don't fit in them very well. Also, my preferences for denim shorts have changed. I don't know how I used to do this, but I used to wear like super short denim shorts, and I'm just not into that anymore. I don't find super short shorts that comfortable anymore. I only had 2 pairs of denim shorts. One of them I barely fit into, like physically. And then the other ones were really short. So given that I'm going to Mexico and I'll be by the beach, and I like having denim shorts as a beach cover up as well, or just, you know, something to throw on easily to and from the beach. I was paying a lot of attention to the denim shorts area, and I love these. I love the fit of these. I love the length of these, and that's why I wanted to mention them as well. So these are the denim shorts that I picked up. They're called the 90s Bermuda. They are in the color gray, technically, and because they're a Bermuda short, they are a little bit longer. You can definitely cuff them up if you like that rolled cuff look, but otherwise they are also just super comfortable in terms of length on their own. I love these. I was a little sad. I really wished they also had this in a light denim wash, because that's ideally what I was looking for, light denim wash, so I can wear them with the white shirts that I got and just have like that. It's just a quintessential summer look. But this style, they only have this one color. They didn't make it in any other colors. So that was the sad part. But I really wanted to mention these because in case you're like me, where you're looking for a little bit more length, but you don't necessarily want the jean to look kind of frumpy, for a lack of a better word. And if you're also looking for a denim short that has a little bit more of an A-line silhouette to it, these are really great for that. So I know this is not like a super crazy haul, but I wanted to share some of the bits that I picked up from LA, as well as some of the bits from Zara in anticipation of an upcoming trip. I also recently made a Chanel purchase, so, you know, I'm just trying to balance everything out. I can't go too crazy. I know a lot of my shopping has also been heavily influenced by the fact that I will be traveling soon. So I'm sure you'll see a lot of these pieces on my Instagram really soon, because I will be wearing them while I travel. And I am also planning on doing a couple of like travel related videos. So definitely stay tuned for that as well, because I want to share some of my big tips for traveling with your luxury pieces. Like I mentioned, I'll link everything that I can find in the description box down below. So definitely check that out for more detail. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time, bye!